Okay, so let me see if I can explain this a little bit, what my idea is here, and I think it's going to work. I'm thinking I'm going to hollow out the seats here and use those for my processor and my electrical stuff, relays, barrier strips, things like that. And I wanted to be able to put this amp on the back seat, but I'm struggling with space, as you can imagine, in a car that isn't really built for this. So my thought was to hinge a board or something. As you can see, I've done that here, and allow the amp rack to move up with the seat. I'm going to have to build some kind of a rail system here, or just make it wider, or I'm not 100% sure how I'm going to do that yet. But this is kind of the premise, and it's kind of hard to do this with one hand. But as the seat goes up, you can see this here, as the seat goes up, so does the rack slide. And then as the seat goes back down, it would then slide back down as well. The problem with just doing it this way is because of the angle. As you can see where the seat is at there, that's the angle which takes it past 90 degrees, and then so the amp rack has to shift forward like this. There's nothing really to stop it from hitting up against the sub enclosure. So that's why I have to figure out some way to put it on the seat here. And it just has to go this far, so it's not that big of a deal, I don't believe. Let's fold this forward and move the seat up, and you can kind of get an idea. It actually does go all the way up, so it would have to be a full rail, but that's kind of where it would be in the back. You can kind of see this distance here, and then would ultimately slide up as the seat does. The seat's going to be actuated, so it'll go at a reasonable pace, and then these two seats will be connected somehow, and so they'll all slide up and down as one seat. So that's the idea. I just have to figure out how to make it work, but I think that's what I'm going to go with. I could also somehow, again, if I can figure out a way to keep it on the seat and slide up and down. I was also thinking maybe if I just did a plexiglass instead of a board, I could do that and mount the amp. It would just be a matter of how to hide the wires. So big things coming. There'll be more soon, but until then, think about that, and I'm also open to suggestions. We'll see what we can make work.